Hello boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is DeFub21, surprise surprise, and today we have a new video game trailer for a game I'm pretty sure certainly no one who is a quote-unquote gamer wouldn't know of. Yes, it's No Man's Sky. This is called the No Man's Sky Explore trailer. I haven't looked at it yet. It's been out a couple of days, but I haven't gotten a chance to look at it yet. So, without further ado, let's have a quick look at this trailer, and then I'll let you know what I think afterwards. Toodaloo.
PlayStation.
Well, that was the Explore trailer for No Man's Sky. First, in terms of the content of the trailer, there's nothing really in the trailer in terms of visuals or gameplay that we haven't seen before, so there's nothing really new there. In terms of the game itself, well, in all honesty, if there's a game that is coming this year that I think could be a serious letdown, or that there could be a serious backlash against, it's this. It is No Man's Sky. The reason for this is that, I mean, it looks amazing, the scale looks incredibly impressive, but the fact is, in terms of actual, gameplay, what you actually do in this universe and that's being created by the developers of this game, they have shown comparatively little. People are kind of, from both in the general kind of gamer population and in the gamer video games press, are kind of, I think, projecting an awful lot onto this. And I honestly cannot for the life of me think how it could live up to the expectations that the associated PR campaign has built up over time. If it does achieve it, even close to meeting expectations of, as I said, the gamers and the gamer press, then it'll be a huge achievement. And I think, certainly to my mind, it is by far the most high-profile video game to come out, certainly out of the Republic of Ireland. It's an Irish developer / dev team who are making it. But really, in all honesty, I cannot think how this game could possibly live up to the hype. Maybe it does live up to the hype, but I'm really kind of skeptical. Now, admittedly, this is, someone talking who back in the day would have played the original Elite, another game would have been Nomad, not as well known. They have these kind of open world games that were effectively space games that were effectively set in randomly generated universes, and that were huge scale, and you could trade and explore and fight and so on. And those games were obviously technically incredibly lo-fi compared to this. I mean, the original version of Elite came out on microcomputers back in the 1980s. So just gives you an idea of how technologically primitive they were, but they were still able to produce universes that were full of different planets and solar systems, and were by extension of that hugely complex. But even so, I mean, I cannot see how this game could live up to the hype, and I think it'll either turn out from a review standpoint to be something. I think it might, at this stage, the momentum behind it means that it'll sell quite well. But I think in terms of reviews, best case, it's going to be a bit of a letdown, / damp squib. From a review standpoint, I think feedback from the gamer dysphoria out there globally will be, certainly from the trolls, will be negative on a massive scale. If it does turn out to be a damp squib of a game, if it's a solid 7.5 or something like that, they're going to get, there'll be a lot of negative fight back from the interwebs. I think that's pretty much guaranteed. Really, for this game to be a success, it would have to be 8s or even 9s, and to do that, it would have to effectively meet the expectations that have been projected onto it, both by certain elements of the press and by the kind of the gamer population in general. Because really, I mean, they've shown off comparatively, certainly from the videos and demonstrations I've seen, they've actually showed off very, very little of actually, not just in terms of the game. Well, the game world is absolutely massive and is going to be randomly generated as players play. So obviously they've shown off an infinitesimal 0.00000 ad infinitum % of the actual universe you get to play in. But in terms of gameplay mechanics, unless I've missed some particularly key videos, there is stuff missing, and or we haven't seen a lot of stuff in terms of outside what's been shown. Again, like stuff like this that this trailer personifies. And yeah, if as I said, if there is a game that could turn out to be something of a, it can't be a flop in the sense that because it was made by an indie team, the budget would be comparatively tiny compared to, a Grand Theft Auto or an Assassin's Creed, but still it has the potential to be a flop from a critical standpoint and from a consumer standpoint. But again, considering such a small team as it has made the game, it's quite possible the actual spend on the advertising campaign to go with the launch of the game may actually have cost more money than the actual production of the game, because you're talking about a small team of people who are making it. So they might only need to sell a couple of 100,000, maybe 1 million copies to be profitable, and maybe less than that. I don't know the exact specifics, but with all this stuff being procedurally generated, it's a case of doing the code, then letting the code do the artwork effectively for you. So there's an awful lot less content creation going into this game than would be typical of an Assassin's Creed or a Grand Theft Auto, even though the scale is absolutely massive because everything is procedurally generated. Anyway, that really is my 2 cents on this. Yeah, they've really, to a degree, I blame Sony, who I think are certainly, this is a console exclusive to the PlayStation 4, and I believe it's coming to PC as well. And I think Sony have maybe built up this game a bit too much, and expectations are a bit too high. If that being said, if the game meets those expectations, it will be one hell of a major title. And one hell of a technical and design achievement. And along with Below, this is kind of 2 of the games that are coming out of the next couple of months that I am really, really interested in buying, upfront at launch retail price, as it were. So, there's a lot of games coming out later on in the year that I'll probably just either won't buy at all or will leave until they're on Steam sale or something like that and buy them then, or maybe even wait longer and wait till they're on Games with Gold. But these, this game is definitely something that's on my radar. Again, if it's only a 7 or less, I won't buy it. But if it gets 8 or let alone 9s, I'll be straight out the door, if not literally, then metaphorically, to buy this. Anyway, this is Defub21. In all honesty, hoping the boys and girls who've made this game all the best, and fingers crossed for them. But I think they've got a real uphill battle, not to end up being well, I think the term gamergated wouldn't actually be applicable here, but that kind of negative reaction, mass reaction, may be on the cards for them, unfortunately. Anyway, this is Defub21. If you like this video, please like it. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. And most importantly of all, Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think this game is going to be good? Do you think it's got way too much, what's the word for it? Way too much buzz about it and way too high expectations it can't possibly live up to, like myself? Or do you take a more middle of the road view? Let me know in the comments. This is Defub21 signing off. Toodaloo.